As it continues to have a potential to track toward the Florida Keys, Southwest Florida, Tampa, and the Florida Panhandle. This morning I issued 2 directives to Brian Kuhn, the State Emergency Operations Director. First, to activate the Emergency Operations Center later today, just as we would at this point with any potential hurricane on this track. Second, I have also directed Brian's team at the Florida Department of Emergency Management to start twice daily briefings, reports to the media and the general public. If Isaac continues tracking toward Florida, we will increase the frequency of those briefing reports. As we get a clearer picture of where the storm is headed, we will adjust our briefings as needed and add additional stakeholders who may be affected.
Governor, in your mind, is it totally up to the RNC to decide what to do with the convention, or do you plan to at least strongly urge them to do one thing or another at some point in time?
Well, the way it works is the convention has the decision. They have a constituency. They make their own decisions. State and local will make our own decisions with our audiences, who we're responsible for, our stakeholders. So, local teams will make the evacuation plans for their areas depending on what happens. The convention will make its own decision. But the goal is with this by having everybody together, we'll have the same information so we can coordinate our efforts and work together.
For people who live in Florida, we're used to, following hurricanes and watching these types of things, but we may have a lot of people coming from California, coming from Oklahoma. How are we going to get those people prepared and make sure they know what's to come?
Well, what we'll do is make sure, and I know our hotels will be doing that, our local communities will be doing that. When you come to the state, we're telling you to be prepared, to get ready, to follow, heed warnings, watch the weather. So to do what we do constantly when we do this. When people come to our state, we tell them if there's an issue, there's a potential storm or hurricane, to get more information and follow directions.
How likely is it, Governor, that the convention will not be interrupted?
Well, that's hypothetical. I mean, we're going to continue to track it. Fortunately, if you look at what's happened since last night, it's gone. The storm has gone a little bit further west, which is positive.